Hi, welcome to Matt Connarton Unleashed. Who's this?
Buongiorno. This is Father Bruno Sarducci.
Father Bruno Sarducci. It's wonderful to hear from you, sir.
Yes, I'm following your show. It's very interesting.
Thank you.
But I think you're a little bit too hard on Mr. Bolton. I think you're a little bit too hard on him because, Iran used to be Persia. What have they ever done for us? You know what I'm saying? What have they ever done for us?
Well, I suppose, but Father, can I ask you a question about John Bolton? As long as you're defending him, have you ever considered the possibility that John Bolton's mustache might be a demon possessed and needs an exorcism?
No, I have not. I know you're joking. I know it's a joke. You make this joke a lot, but I really got to tell you,
yes,
the Persian Empire and the whole thing. I mean, what have they ever done for the Vatican? Nothing. They want to chop off our head.
Oh my goodness!
So I'm not too concerned by conflict in the Middle East because it's been a mess for 5,000 years.
Wow. You believe,
am I wrong?
You believe the Iranians want to chop off your head?
That's what they do. They chop off people's heads.
Well, do you?
I watch TV. I know you watch TV. Well, you should.
Yeah. Well, sure.
Especially Vatican TV. But you tell me you're not much of a Catholic anymore. My son, you really got to come back to the church.
Oh, I know what's on the TV.
Oh, virtual Jon Hopwood butting in there. Yeah, so...
Well, Jon Hopwood, he's okay, but, John Bolton, he's better. And he understands evil when he sees it.
Are you concerned, Father, that Iran is going to ultimately, if they don't comply with what we want and they go back to enriching uranium and so forth for weapons, are you concerned that they might launch a nuclear strike against the Vatican?
No, I don't think so. It's a whole NATO thing. We're not exactly a member of NATO, the Vatican, but,
right.
Very close. Italy's a member,
yes.
Germany, France. And these are, all friendly Christian countries. So, I'm not too worried about that, but I am very worried about ideology. And the correct ideology is the Catholic ideology. This is why when I called last time and I'm talking to Peter White,
yes.
and listening to him slandering the Catholic Church, this is not good. And he's smug about it. I don't understand it. He attacks the priest. He had a priest. He used to go to church. He's making fun. And he called the priest a creepy, suggesting things. Now the Catholics, it's very, very common for people to attack the church. But
right.
The church, for 2,000 years, has given the West stability.
Oh.
We're an expert in stability, but people now, they want freedom. They want to do anything that comes into their head.
Right.
They can't do that without destroying society.
Right.
So the Catholic Church is there to say no.
Right, yes.
I definitely, I have herpes.
Peter White, very distracted, I think, with his own issues, Father. I don't think he meant any disrespect to the church.
I think he did. This is the way I took it. But
yes.
maybe I'm misinterpreting, the Peter White. But I don't know. I didn't like what he said about the clergy, and it's hard to be a target. Every day, there's somebody complaining about the Catholic Church. And there's not a lot of good things in the Quran about the Catholics.
Oh, I didn't know that the Quran directly addressed Catholicism specifically. Has anyone ever snuck into the Vatican? Like, do you ever have to have security take people out of the Vatican, Father?
Well, not too often. We got a friendly crowd coming to the Vatican, but we got heavy security there. Very few people making a trouble in the Vatican. That it tried, but we take care of it. We got the Swiss Guard there. We got everything. We got the Italians, All you got to do is make a phone call, and then the people come in there and they take out the disturbing peoples that come and they're making trouble.
Yes.
You got to understand, the Catholic Church is not just about God. Oh, that's a big part.
Yes.
And it's a philosophy of life, but it also is about order.
Mm-hmm.
And there are peoples now, they don't want any order. This thing in America, the abortion law that just got passed,
yes.
Making abortion illegal. On TV in America, they ridicule this. They ridicule these people and say no abortion, under no circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and maybe even you believe that. I know Peter White; he believes it. But we can't have that. They get on TV. They say, we need the freedom to choose.
Right.
The right to choose
right.
death for a baby. What gives people that right?
Well, Father, and what about in cases of rape and incest? What is the Church's position on that?
Well, we don't take a direct position on it. I think that we think life is good no matter what, and for a good Catholic, you avoid places where there's going to be trouble like that, so we prefer the order and the propagation of the ideology of Catholicism, which is about goodness and teaching people to behave themselves. You're not going to see drug addicts passed out in the street in the Vatican. You're not going to see that. But all over America, you see it.
Right.
Because we got a few standards there.
Right.
We got some we got some morality.
Oh, we have politicians who will take pictures of such things, but
they're people that are complaining about Donald Trump, calling him a swaggering, unstable, egomaniac. But you know what? Trump knows how to impose order.
Oh, okay.
And is taking care of the Bolsheviks, the socialists, the nihilists, the Antichrist, the cheats.
Wait, what? Hold on, Father. Let's not bury the lead here. Trump has taken care of the Antichrist? He's done something about the Antichrist? Is the Antichrist here?
Of course, he's out there every day with the Christians talking about Jesus. He's out there. He's helping. There's got to be authority, but America's always had this problem with authority. You exercise authority, all of a sudden you're a fascist, you're an authoritarian, you're a dictator. It's nonsense. For years, the Catholic Church imposed authority and order on Europe.
Yes.
And then when that is rejected, when there is instability, a lot of people are going to get killed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course. So the Catholic Church. By the way, Father, this is 100% off topic, and I apologize for this sudden turn, but it's something I've been wanting to ask you. I know that there are some folks who advocate for Catholic priests to be able to get married, because I believe Catholics are the only denomination where priests are still not allowed to marry, and I was curious what the status of that might be in the church and how you feel about it, or whether the Pope is looking at that at all. You've got a fairly progressive Pope in the church currently.
I think the average priest has got his hands full without dealing with a family, a screaming woman who complain, all the time, and a bunch of teenagers, trying to do crazy stuff.
Right.
So, for me, at my age, advanced age, I'm not so interested in disciplining a bunch of teenagers and having them disappoint me by saying things like Peter White said about the church. People rebel. So, you got to know your limitations.
Yes. Well,
and this is one of the reasons, originally the priest could marry, but this is one of the reasons, we changed that.
Yes.
And I think it was a good thing.
Yes.
You got a bigger family when you're a priest. You got the whole parish. And so you got to take care of your flock. And if you got your own family with all the worries of that, it's a big distraction. It's a distraction.
And if you're Catholic, but you're not a priest, but if you're a Catholic man and you get married, you very often tend to end up with a large family. Very often over the years, I'll meet someone who has they say they have 7 or 8 kids, and I always say to them, "What are you, Catholic?" And the answer is always yes.
Well, Matt, I wanted to talk to you about that because
yes.
you told me you're not really staying with the church anymore.
Yeah.
You don't go to confession.
That is true.
You don't go to church anymore. You got to embrace the church because the church gives you guidance on how to live your life and how to worship something greater than yourself. This is the problem Peter White has. He thinks he's like a god. But I know you're a little more humble than that. But it's important to concentrate on another authority besides yourself.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to tell you, this is right from my heart. A son, once a Catholic, always a Catholic.
I've heard that.
You understand what I'm saying, right?
I do.
Yeah, and, it's like, once a chimpanzee, always a chimpanzee.
I've never heard that. Wow.
A cockroach, always a cockroach.
Oh, my. Oh,
things don't change. You got to embrace what you are. You can't reject it, especially something as important as the philosophy of Jesus Christ, our Savior.
Yes. I don't know how I would even...
listen, I got a little piece of news for you. I'm up for Cardinal now.
You are?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I'm up for Cardinal. I'm really happy about it. It's not certain, but, I got the Pope in my corner on this, and he told me he used to be a cardinal. He said he kept all his cardinal clothing, and he said he's going to give it to me if I make it.
Oh, very nice. Well, I would assume.
Yeah, these clothes, I don't make much of a salary here. The clothes are not cheap.
Right. But it's up to him.
I got a good. I'm in pretty good with the Pope,
yes.
and he's gonna help me out with this if I make it. I can't say yet, but I kind of like red. It's my color.
Oh, there you go. Well,
it's my color.
Well, it's ultimately up to him,
than black.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Better than black. Better than black. All right. Red's my favorite color, but is it ultimately up to him, or do y'all vote on it?
Well, it never hurts to have the Pope on your side in something like this. He can whisper in the ear of some of the people who are going to be making the decision.
Yes.
It's all very secret how these decisions get made. But I know you're pulling for me. I know you're hoping that I get it. It gives me a little more influence and. I look better on TV in red, so I'm really excited about it.
I might.
So listen, I'm talking about a lot of things. I'm talking about Bolton. I'm talking about the Muslim threat.
Yes.
And all those liberal socialists that are supporting the right to choose death for a baby. So
right.
This is the position of the Catholic Church. You don't kill babies. It's a bad thing, and it's not the right to choose. Just crazy language that exonerates people for killing their baby. It's stupid, and it's wrong, and it's immoral. So that's all I'm saying.
I
know it's very popular in your country, Very popular. Kill the baby.
Well,
yeah, I've heard it many times.
What? You've heard people actually say "kill the baby"? That's terrifying.
Well, no.
Oh.
They don't say "kill the baby." I'm saying that because that's what it is.
Right.
They say the right to choose.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a circumlocution. But what it really means is we're going to kill the kid. That's what it is.
Oh.
Okay, listen. I got to get back. I got to arrange certain clothing for the Pope, and I'm going to talk to him about the cardinal job too. Maybe he can put in a few good words for me. And maybe next time when I talk to you, it's not going to be Father Bruno Sarducci. It's going to be Cardinal Bruno Sarducci.
Well, that's exciting. I hope so.
Big step up.
If you get the job, I might actually come back to the church.
Well, I hope you do. It's a good thing for you because you got to believe in something.
Yes.
You cannot descend into anarchism and nihilism. Mm-hmm. You can't. A lot of people, Matt. A lot of people, they live off of hope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hope is important, and that's what the Catholic Church gives. The Catholic Church gives hope.
Okay.
Okay. I'll be seeing you. Call you another time.
All right.
Arrivederci.
All right, Father. God bless you. Bye-bye. All right, there you go. That was Father Bruno Sarducci. If he does get that promotion, I might have to consider going back to the church. If I go back to the church, do I actually have to go to church, though? Like, I didn't really like that much when I was a kid. It was kind of one of those things where I remember saying to a friend of mine once, I don't feel like I'm really that into it, but at the end of church, like leaving church, I always feel better. I actually feel really good. And my friend said, yeah, dummy, that's because you're glad it's over. And I was like, oh, yeah, that's a true story. That was a conversation I had with my childhood friend, Billy Zappia, who also had to go to church. But always nice to hear from Father Bruno Sarducci, soon to be Cardinal. I'm pulling for him. I think he can do it.